everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams today are dealing with two-game losing streaks, but one will have the chance to get back in the win column. It's the Cardinals going up against the Dolphins. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And certainly one of the mainstays in this offense is the crafty veteran L. Fitz.
Love the way you phrased it. Crafty. This guy knows how to get open and catch the football.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They go play action with Palmer. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And let's run through the Dolphins defense.
You can say a lot of things about the great play of Kiko Alonso, but the number one thing you will say, he will hit you.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Palmer, and able to find John Brown. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Underneath for Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's the rookie from Oklahoma, Charles Tapper, in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On 2nd down, Palmer. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Palmer on 3rd and long. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Time to feature the offensive starters and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who was known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time. And it paid off on that play.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action, it's Tannehill. And this one is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Patrick Peterson is almost an anomaly at cornerback. A big, thick, physical guy who can run with any receiver in the league.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, the Dolphins will ask Matt Darr to kick it away. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. This will be fielded at the 17. Look at the spin. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They come up in an offset eye. Now Palmer on 1st down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
On second down, here's Palmer. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now Palmer to throw on second down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On second down, here's Tannehill. He's got the second-year man. This is Devontae Parker. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the 50, it's Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Tannehill on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's brought down. 18-yard on the pickup there. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Here's Tannehill now on second down. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So completion on second down, that brings up third. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sideline.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw. The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So he makes the grab and the change move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Let's go, let's go. Blues in there. Right now, Blues 58. Blues 58.
On first and 10, it's Palmer. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
In the red zone this time.
Get ready, Blues 58.
On the ground, Ellington. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Zip, let's go, let's go. Blue 19, 19, get ready. Blue 95, zip.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. He checks it down here to Ellington. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd and goal, Palmer. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Andre Ellington. And it's 4th and 4. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points. But they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd down following the run. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fresh set of downs here. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Second and 5.
Cut his left. Cut his left. Alert! Alert! 3 down! 3 down! Ready!
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, it's Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Third down, still 14 yards left. To the air again, Tannehill. And he's got him. It's the tight end, Cameron. 18 yards there and a first down.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Again, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third.
Blue 10. Blue 10. Zebra. Zebra.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He's got time in the pocket. Looking deep for his tight end, Cameron. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But when it comes to Patrick Peterson, it does not matter where the Pro Bowl is being played. It doesn't matter whether it's Hawaii or the site of the Super Bowl. He's going to be selected for that game. He's into his 6th year now, a Pro Bowler in his previous 5, but he's gotten better in the last couple of years. Gotten his weight down, understands receivers even better than before, and plays with a great joy and physicality that all comes together and makes it a hard day for receivers to run patterns against him.
So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes Grant on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A pickup there of 36. And the Dolphins are going to get a first down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's caught. Cameron, left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. His tight end, Jordan Cameron, the intended target. Now fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Ellington. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd, and it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jordan Cameron is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series. 3rd and 13.
Alert. Set. 380. 3 Nagger. You got tight. Right there. Ace. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
The play clock's running down. Tannehill down to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it brings up 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go. Blue 58.
On 2nd down, Palmer. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kiko Alonso, the offseason pickup from Philly. Leading the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's up and good. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Again, they run with Ellington. And now look at him go. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
From the red zone now, here's Palmer on 1st down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Darren Fells, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
Regular. All right now. Team.
Palmer looking to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go. 20. Let's go.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They come out here in the eye. First carry of the game here from Matt Asiata. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Design run for their wideout. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
As a defender, you're eager to be involved in every play. So when the action goes away from you, a lot of times you run after the ball. But in this case, what a terrific job by the defender staying home and taking care of his responsibilities.
What's left? Hey, I'm coming. Ready. Wide, 20.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Set, wide, 20. Wide, 20.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And caught by Cameron right side. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Back now in Miami. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
That's such a close game, a very big one. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. On third down, Palmer. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And now a first down following that long gain. They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a gain of 20 that time. And that'll be good for an Arizona first down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Here's Ellington. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage. Usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Regular. Here we go. Blue 95. Zebra. Check 25.
Palmer looking to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a Miami first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Now on first down, Drake again. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Got the give from Tannehill. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Tannehill hands to Drake. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
On the toss play, this is Drake. And some room to work. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And it's caught by the tight end Cameron. Ten yards to go on 3rd.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Ace. Wide 20. Wide 20.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And caught by Cameron right side. He got 29 yards that time.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Tannehill now to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Again, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd and short.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal.
You got 4. Set. Wide 20. Wide 20.
To the air again, Tannehill. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it in the end zone. a big-time drop.
So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive, but they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, you got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Get ready, blue 58.
They'll throw on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kiko Alonso in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. On second down, here's Palmer. Time for a break, and that's incomplete. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And the defense lines up looking for one final stop.
And they will be playing for the pass in this situation, not expecting any type of a run.
Back to throw. Finding time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Get ready, Sally 19, Sally 19. Deep, deep. Sally 19, Sally 19.
Here we go. It's Palmer on fourth down. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. 2-point game. They have the football. Their defense was able to do their job. Now can the offense just hold on here, Charles?
And they'd better, because after the job the defense did to give them the ball back with this lead, it's time for them to seal the deal and allow them to go to the locker room with a victory.
They'll try to seal the deal. Here we go. Rolling to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Four down. Set, blue 10.
Again running right, Drake. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10.
Wide 20.
Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on there.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Throwing is Palmer, able to find Floyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Let's go, let's go.
Fells in motion.
1, 18. Deep, deep.
Here's Palmer. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
Palmer to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Michael Floyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And he puts it through. So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Eight yards to go here on 2nd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Throwing now, Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. We're still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. On 3rd and short, Drake. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Matt Darr now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Down to the final play. That's where we win in this one, a dramatic finish. And I know that the field goal was going to be pretty long, but to not kick the field goal, at least take the chance to win there with 3, what did you think, partner?
You know that in pregame, as he warms up, the kicker gets with the special teams coach, and they figure out a number in both directions, all right, versus win, no win, if it's a possibility, whatever it is. And they give a number to the head coach. This is where I'm good from. Between here and here, maybe that